Hello, this is Sue from dragoncreations.co.uk, and today we're doing something silly. So you know my teddy bears that I made with the alcohol ink? Well, I put googly eyes in them, and I was putting googly eyes on something else the other day, and I thought, hang on a minute, I've got some really large googly eyes. So I'm going to make a googly eye alien. Now, I made up 160, which is 84A 76B. That's a 1-to-1 resin, and I've let it sit for an hour. And the reason I've done that is the eyes will float, so we want them to be really tacky and stay underneath before we put our inks on. So just let them sit in the resin and then come back every now and then and keep poking them under, and they will eventually stay under. So I've got to the stage where this is really stringy now, so we can put our inks on. Now when you're using your alcohol inks, to find out what colour your ink is, just put a bit on a piece of kitchen roll and let it dry, and then write your name next to what colour it is, and that way you'll know what colour your ink will be eventually. And what I'm going to use is Sapphire Blue Let's Resin, Midnight Blue Let's Resin, and my sinker will be Cupcake Deco Rom. So let's get putting some colours on. Now I'm just going to do this randomly because it's going to be Cookie Monster alien type thing. So just have fun with it. And I am going to put a lot of blue on. Don't forget to go around the eyes. And I didn't wipe the nozzle off this one like I normally do because I knew I was going to get messy and just let it go where it wants to. But if you're doing precision, I'd wipe your nozzles off before you use your inks. I will wipe it off before I put it away though. So just going in with random blue, and I'm going to cover it in blue. Backs of his eyes as well. Totally random and spontaneous, this one. It's just a bit of fun. Again, if your ink stops coming out, just tip it back. And if your eyes have come up slightly, just poke them back down. They will keep floating for quite a while because they've got air pockets in them. So just keep poking them back down. Right, I think I'll go back in with the other blue. Or should I have a different blue? What have I got? Sapphire, Midnight. So, Sapphire, Midnight. Let's go in with the Azure. Got to find it now. Here it is. So I'm aiming to cover all of this in the blue. And then I'm going to do the same with the white. Because what I'm going to try and make it look like is fur. for a furry alien, you know, like Sully or Cookie Monster. I don't even know if Sesame Street's on anymore. My kids have grown up. Yeah, so a bit of negative space. Wipe this off before I put the lid back on. And with my midnight blue, I'm just going to quickly go in there. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's the 3 blues that I've used. Now I'm just going to poke his eyes back under quickly, just in case they've raised up slightly. They seem to have stopped moving now. Okay, let's go in with our sinker. So make sure you give your sinker a really, really good shake. Make sure there's no pigment sticking to the bottom. And then I'm just going to go around in circles and just cover it in sinker. Again, go over his eyes. Now normally I would go in twice with my sinker, but because I'm doing this so quickly and I'm putting so much on, I don't need to go in twice. There, so it's covered in sinker now. And then we can watch the alcohol evaporate by blowing on it. I hope you saw that on the camera. All the alcohol just disappears. It's quite an interesting effect. Okay, I'm just going to test and make sure it's nice and stringy. Yeah, I've missed a little bit of blue there. Let's go in with this one. So when you put your sinker on, you can see if you've got any patches where you haven't got any blue. If you do want to do what I'm doing and go right to the edge with the blue. I'm still going to back this piece, but I also want to try and make it look really furry. So that's why I've put so much on. I mean, there's still loads left in the bottle, so it's not like I've used all of it. Right, so fur. Let's go behind his eye. So I'll start on his eye. Let's do it from this angle. And I'll just wiggly jiggly through the inks. So I'm not touching the bottom of the mould. I'm just touching the surface, taking the ink with me. And I'm taking it from his eye because I want to make it look like he's got furry eyes. So just do any pattern you want to make it look like an alien or a fluffy monster. And I'm not cleaning my stick off because I don't mind if the colours mix, because he's not meant to be all one colour. And if you feel your eyes are floating a little bit more, just poke them under again. This amount will just cover the eyes. So as it gets sticky, it will be enough to hold them. And just keep drawing. Have fun with it. It doesn't matter if you go over the same place that you've been, because there's no rhyme or reason to this. We're just making it furry. As long as you're moving your inks in your resin to make a pattern, it doesn't really matter. And he's got one eye closer to the edge than the other. So he's not symmetrical, and I don't mind, because he's not from this planet, I've decided. Let's put one right in the middle. Move that eye that way slightly, and that one there, it's a bit better. So just keep going and making patterns, and as I say, you don't have to clean your stick off with this, because you won't see it from the front, and we're using the same colour, and because we've put it on so randomly, it doesn't matter if all the colours mix. Yeah, so I'm happy with that one. I'll move on to this one now. Just poke his eyes under again. And do the same on this one. Just randomly draw squiggles and lines. You're just putting our stick into the ink and the resin. We're nowhere near the bottom of the mould. Because the resin's really nice and tacky, it'll be holding the shapes that we're putting in. Oh, but I've given him a centre parting. I didn't mean to do that. Let's put some more squiggles in that bit then. And take it all the way to the edge of the mould, so that his fur goes all the way to the edge. You can actually see, if you look at his eye, how deep my stick's going in, because you can sometimes see just the back of his eye. So that's how deep I'm going in with my stick. It's barely anything, it's just moving the inks, just making a random pattern. And a bit more fur around the edge. Poke his eyes. Oh, bit there I missed. Okay. Just let that settle for one moment, and then we will give a good debubble where we've disturbed it. And what we'll have to do is keep an eye on this for the next 10 minutes or so, just to make sure that his eyes aren't lifting, and if they are, just keep poking them down. So just gently let your flame brush over the top, keep it moving, and it will just get any those little bubbles that we've made by poking or sticking the resin. So like the fan's just blown out my flame. Just waiting for it to change direction. There we go. Yeah. And what I'll do is I will, because I've put 160, which is 80 in each, and these moulds full take 140, I will then make up 80, let me do some math, hang on a minute, 80, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, yeah, 60. I'll make up 60, so I'll make up 120 because I'm doing 2. And that should just dome these off. Not overflow them, just dome them. Yeah, and that's it. So, a bit of fun. I shall come back to you when it's time to back them. And then we shall have the demold after that. So, I shall see you in the next bit. Bye for now. Right, I put a back on them and I put 120 grams, which is 63A and 57B, and I just added a mica powder. But I'm really excited. I've got a little bit of overflow on this one, and that's because it wasn't level when I left it, but this one's fine, but the overflow can be taken off easily. So oh, I hope it worked. I really hope it worked because I want them to be so much fun. So because these aren't totally set still, I can just peel the overflow off, which is really easy to do. There we go. And I sand all my work anyway because I don't like to have any sharp edges. Wow, what do you reckon? Oh, that is so cool. Oh, and it looks like fur. Oh, I'm so chuffed. Let's get rid of that. Oh. Oh, that is so cool. Can you see the fur? Oh. And I have to admit something. I enjoyed doing it, so I made girlfriends. Just like with the teddies, I thought, well, I can't just make 2 and have 2 boys, so I made 2 girls as well. And look, they're furry. The only thing I should have done is, because I haven't got any in the house, is if I do them again, I'm going to put false eyelashes on them so that they look girly. But what do you think? My little alien furry creatures. They were just so much fun to do. So simple and so effective. I'm just saying. Oh, wait until my husband sees these. But what do you think? And in the pink, I just used my pink alcohol inks. I think I used octopus inks on the pink one, and that was plum and hot pink, and the same sinker was my Deco rum cupcake, and I've just backed them in my purple orchid mica powder, and this was my, I think it was my, let me find it, blue ice for the boys, and the purple orchid for the girls. But what do you think? Do you like them? Do you know what I might do? Because the eyes I got off Amazon, and you get them in a multi-pack. I think you get 2, 4, 6, 8. You get 10 big eyes and 10 smaller ones, and then they go down to really tiny ones. So I think I'm going to make some children. I'm going to make some children for them. So I will make them and put them at the end of this video when I take them outside, so you can see how they shine in the sun. But yeah, I'm going to make some children for them, but I'll do them a different colour. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I just think they're so much fun, and I'm really pleased the way that they look furry. So if you do make them, please post them on my Facebook, Dragon Creations Everything Resin. Just join the group and post your pictures, because I would love to see what variations people are doing of these. But yeah, just for fun, but I think they're so funny. So I really hope you enjoyed that video, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.